Hey everyone, I'm Greg. Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode of Gregg the Artivist. Now, this week is all about the art as I design and build the torso of my huge cardboard sculpture. So let's just jump straight into it. Coming up in this week's episode, I'll be sketching out the profiles for the torso. I'll be 3D modeling my biggest challenge of the project yet. And as usual, I'll be drawing a lot of lines, cutting and putting parts together. So stick around. Hey, good morning. So it's the start of a new week, a very grey and wet week. It is raining really heavy outside, so I'm hoping the sound of the rain isn't picking up on this mic. But I completed the head of the sculpture last week, and I think in total it took about 3 weeks. And the one thing I was really happy about that part of the project is the fact that I had the foresight to create a front and side profile of a face so that I could take that into the 3D environment to use as a guide to, to be able to construct the whole head in that 3D environment. So as this week starts, I really want to get started on building the torso and the blade for the sculpture. Now, I woke up about 4 a.m. this morning because I was thinking about starting it today so much, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I kind of just roughly sketched out, how I want this torso to look. And when I was doing that, what I realized is that I'm not going to be able to create just a front and side profile. I'm going to have to create a back profile as well, because obviously the construction of the back is very different to the construction of the chest. So I have my iPad ready. Like I said, it's a really rubbish day outside, so I'm going to find somewhere cozy to sit, and I'm just going to get cracking on with drawing up those 3 profiles and see where I get to. Hey, so I managed to finish the 3 perspectives that I need. I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. I did spend the whole day on it, and that's because I really kind of went back over them a lot of times to make sure that each of the 3 perspectives, all the line work, was very much aligned with each other to make it as accurate as possible before taking it into that 3D modeling software. The idea of these is that they're quite accurate guides to work with, and that saves a lot of time kind of fiddling around in that 3D environment, which I'm still very new to, so to make it as easy as possible for myself. However, because I did spend so much time, I am going to call it quits today, and I'm going to, sort of just when I wake up in the morning, jump straight into the 3D modeling. And I'm just setting a bit more realistic expectations. Last time I think I spent 10 hours in a row just working on that head. And this is a much bigger piece, and it's much more complicated. And also now I have this kind of back perspective to work with as well, which I haven't obviously done that before. So I'm just going to sort of, take it easy and work effectively and not go too crazy. But we'll see how I get on. Hey, good morning. It's again the beginning of a new week. I ended up spending all of last week just completing the 3D model in the 3D software, which was, really interesting and fun. And those perspective drawings I did again were a tremendous help. So yeah, doing that in the future is a must. And what I really enjoyed the most was actually on Friday. Once I'd actually completed everything by Thursday, but Friday I just spent the day going through it, just making lots of tweaks, adding in extra crevices, adding in extra detail, sort of stretching, pulling and moving bits and pieces to really finalize it to look how I want it to be. So yeah, Friday was a great day. But this week I'm so happy with it. I'm just ready to, get back to drawing hundreds of lines and cutting out hundreds of pieces of cardboard and starting to stick them all together, which in all honesty, I'm really excited about, because having spent a week on the computer, I'm just really looking forward to getting back to doing something with my hands. So I'm going to get cracking on with that today, and yeah, we'll see where I get to. Now, that about wraps up things for today's episode, but please remember to look out for my climate story, as this is now the standalone episodes, which is being released every other week. And as always, if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed today's episode, then please do give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and click on that bell to be updated of future episodes. As always, I cannot express enough how these simple actions go a long way in helping the YouTube algorithm not only recognize that I exist on their platform, but also put my content in front of other like-minded people. And if you'd like any more information about today's episode, then please consider joining me over at Patreon. Now, there are a ton of benefits of becoming a member of the Gregg the Artivist community. You can read about all the different levels of memberships and the benefits that each of them have to offer from the link in the description box below. And finally, do also follow me across on Instagram. Soon I'll be commencing small takeaways on how you can fight for real climate action now in ways that might be easier than you originally thought. So until next time, take care and remember, you too do have a voice and it can make a difference.